Yeah, this, like I said, this is hard logic. So, yeah, there's some harder stuff in Super Metroid that can be required. I'll run Super Courteous mode, but nothing too stupid like bootless, suitless sandpits, apparently, is too stupid. But not hard logic. Yeah, they are. And we'll see what the teams do. I'm pretty sure that AceT does not send a runner down to Morph Stall. FhailGuys do. They will be sending MST down. But yeah, Tracy M and AceZero skipping the Morph Pedestal. I think this is their standard play, given that I know AceZero is a good Link to the Past main, and well, not that he's bad at Super Metroid. He has like a better time in a couple categories than me. Yeah, Instant Spazer. Was that Link's house? I think it was Link's house.
It sure was.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, we are joined by Raylan. So yeah, welcome
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm excited to watch this race. We are a bit in the bit into the tournament. This is the lower bracket, so they are fighting for their tournament life. And yeah, very interesting what these teams can bring to the race today.
Indeed, AceZero finding a sword at Uncle, so it looks like he's probably gonna do the early escape play here.
Yeah, it's really sensible. Going to Uncle for just those two checks does take a bit of time, and yeah, you can isolate the front of escape, especially in Compromiser, because you have so much else stuff you can do, and if there's something in there that might hurt you. So if you have the ability with a decent weapon, then the sword is probably the best you can get, aside from maybe the hammer. Yeah, doing the front of escape here does make very much sense.
Yeah, I mean, you could also make the argument that a fire rod would be great if you got the proper magic tree pull or something. But yeah, sword is very good, and a key in the first chest, so could be signaling something is in the second or third chests, but could also just be random chance.
Yeah. Could mean that we have very, very deep buried gloves, find a land somewhere early, and have to go through the escape sequence from the front for something.
This is also true. Yeah, and apparently we saw a vanilla mushroom, lumberjack also being garbage, and the other check in Lost Woods is like 10 arrows or something. Yeah, once they get to Zelda Cell, AceZero and Lenifus are going to have the option of Death Warping and potentially going on to Dark Cross and maybe even back to Escape if they feel comfortable doing those dark rooms on 3 Hearts Green Mill. But the Fire Sword is very nice for those rooms.
I'm not too sure about team of FhailGuys if they would go for it. I could imagine AceZero maybe trying it.
No, it doesn't look like he will. Doesn't have bombs. This is a scary situation. AceZero very, very versed in NMG, so he'll know what to do. Leno also in a bad situation. 2 terrible ball and chain fights. They get through though. Rewarded with an E-Tank. Ace gonna save and quit. Leno gonna... I think he's walking back for some guard to Death Warp him.
That would not make much sense with picking up the hearts before, so he might just, they might just intend to walk out entirely.
I don't know, it might be just faster to save and quit the Link's house if you're gonna do that.
Probably.
No, he's just showing off the NMG route. And we do see a bow and an ice rod in Blind's hut on Tracy, and then now on Metroid MST's side. MST does not have any bombs, so he will not be able to able to check the top of Blind's hut, which I presume Tracy did. Oh, there's that early item. You usually get one of Dark World Access and or Dark World Access and or Morph Ball early in SMZ3, but yeah, that Morph Ball is going to be most likely our next progression.
It does open up a nice chunk of Metroid checks. If we get some power bombs, I'm not sure if we've seen some yet, but there's still quite a few checks left for us to find some.
Yeah, and there's the logic requires there, or rather the filler requires there to be at least one power bomb pack and one super pack in Sphere 1 in every SMZ3. So we will find some somewhere. Just we don't know where.
Meanwhile, the Notice apparently did not make it to the Dark Cross chest, or maybe got that, but didn't get as far as they wanted to. Attempting it again, which I'm not sure is the right call this early in the race.
Yeah, you could take those bombs, we could get bombs and go to South Shore with those, and your sword will make that way easier. There's just so many other things to do in Sphere 1 that you could be doing. Tracy's just gonna go get that sword, and Ace is gonna clean up Kakariko.
Probably with that bow and apparently Crystal Eastern, Red Crystal Eastern, I would assume AceZero making the way over there pretty soon, since there's 6 items with 3 at Sarsol and 3 in Eastern Palace to grab, and with a sword to navigate the dark rooms. It is not too hard to get through there.
Yeah, the dark rooms in Eastern aren't terrible. They're definitely not the worst dark rooms in the game. They're not, especially the second one isn't the easiest. The first one is pretty easy, but especially like with no fire rod for the second dark room. But they're both doable for Ace. Oh no, Tracy. She's got some more bombs though. Okay.
That's true.
Mini Motorum's not being too trolly today.
There's our power bombs and a glove.
Ooh, another
more
power
power
bombs. Yep, there's our supers as well. So our runners are fully equipped for SM early. Obviously not all the movement items equipped, but we've got supers and power arms and morph.
And with the preferences on the games, I fully expect Tracy to probably head over to Super Metroid very soon.
Yeah, I'd not be surprised to see her save and quit out of Ice Rod Cave, maybe check back with Escape first, but then very likely she'll head over to SM. Maybe she potentially doesn't want to do... No, she can't do Dark Cross from the back because she doesn't have the key that Ace does, so... If Tracy does back Escape instead of Ace, then it'll be hard for them to route in Dark Cross later.
So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to. I mean, going for Dark Cross this early does make sense. It's 3 quick checks. But if you isolate the Dark Cross chest, this can hurt you.
Yeah, that's true. Though there is also the 1 in 4 shot that it's just the map and you don't care about it. So, which I'm pretty sure we haven't seen the map yet. Though it does look like Tracy's cleaning up Agina first. Interesting decision.
Seems to have started at Mini Moldom Cave to Ice Rod Cave, so...
Okay.
In the co-op setting, this does make quite a bit of sense. You do not want to leave something important behind at Agina that you might leave lying there for quite some time, as we find Screw Attack in Eastern. And since you can split up those out-of-the-way checks, it's a little bit more forgiving to do more of them. Or split up on your 2 teammates, so yeah.
Yeah, it's like you could think of it as a 2-for-1 value. You have to spend that half the time, because only one person has to go to Agina for both people to get the knowledge of what's at Agina or any other bad check, like you were saying. Those were flippers in the second chest of Eastern. So going to Eastern was quite a nice play. Maybe Ace gets the glove and does Zora area with those flippers before diving into SM.
I would think so. You have the money to check Zora, and with the flippers, all of those checks being in logic, if you find any suit there helping you out your Super Metroid checks, it's definitely better to have them before you go into SM. So yeah, would make sense for Ace to just pick those up, since you will have to do it at some point.
Exactly. The only way it can really be faster is either Boots or Flute. Those could both be in GT, who knows?
Yep.
So, don't really want to bet on that. And looking like Ace is potentially going to do a big key chest skip here.
No, he checked the big key chest. Wait. Yeah, I mean, we saw all 3 items, right?
Okay.
Had some missiles, so it does not make sense to check the big key.
Yeah, if you know where all the items are, then why would you waste like a minute of your life going there when you can do other better things with it, like killing Armos? After that, very nice darkroom navigation by Ace.
I mean, if you're a map or a compass collector, you might want to go for them, but in the race setting in this tournament, I would expect most people to not bother with card or compass.
Oh no! Leno took a death there in Mini Moldorm Cave. Just the Mini Moldorm decided to be very unforgiving to him.
And it can sometimes be a bit annoying. Usually with the swords, if you load up spins, it should not be too much of trouble, but sometimes the movement is just god-awful and can hit you from places you wouldn't even expect they can attack you.
Exactly, it's very weird, but he will be heading back. They won't miss out on anything there. Just a bit of time loss. Yeah, Ace gets his crystal out of Eastern, and he will. Yeah, he's gonna go get that glove. Probably do Zora as well, and Tracy will do backup escape here. So unless Dark crosses the map, then they will probably not be doing Dark Cross for a long time.
There is the map, so we do have something in Dark Cross. And backups get just a shield and some missiles, so AceZero does not have any reason to go in there.
Yeah, I'd never want to pick up those shields, so yeah, he will likely... Yeah, it's very possible that they'll just never see Dark Cross.
There is some slight chance to route it in later if you get the mirror and you are checking the pyramids. That's your one last chance to go there reasonably. But it is just one single item, and I fully expect both of them to say, okay, we won't need this, we're never going to check it.
Exactly. And we know they don't need it, it's just missiles, because Leno and MST know that. But obviously, Ace and Tracy do not. And MST gonna turn in that mushroom they found in Lost Woods, in its vanilla location, in fact.
Yeah. Especially in Compromise, it's something you can really do well, just check, or if you intend to head to the SM next, turn in the mushroom. If it's nothing, just reset to the ship. You have your mushroom back.
Yeah, and then you can have it for a potential fake powder.
Yep. Deciding to stay in Link to the Past and grabbing those 50 rupees, which didn't seem that necessary.
No. Yeah, I don't quite understand that. Maybe he wants to go to... No, he's gonna go get his glove. Or not? Question mark? MST? This is what happens when you play on a keyboard in one game and a controller on the other. I do not understand him.
Yeah, some questionable decisions maybe on Team FhailGuys right now. Lenofus being the one without Zoro money doing flipper checks, and apparently they just communicated that what they are doing is probably not a good idea. And
ooh, that's a hammer. I'm pretty sure for Ace. They're in Waterfall Ferry, so
yep.
Yeah, they'll have to make their way there someday. I swear, if Moon Pearl just turns up in Zora area, this is gonna be the greatest meme ever. Just, yeah, here's your Morph Ball, and then here's your Dark World access too, because why not?
Yeah, I would assume at that point, Tracy would just play Super Metroid Rando, AceZero would just play Link to the Past Rando, and at some point they will switch games.
Yeah, I would bet on that, on that distribution. If the Morph Pearl seed turns up for them. Not here though. Just Zora selling his own heart here.
And Tracy picking up those 50 rupees, but then doing the reset, so Tracy will have the mushroom still to have potential fake powder out.
Indeed. Yeah, the potential of fake powder is always something you want to keep in mind, even if Samaria is still missing in action. But alright, looking like... Oh, okay, this is smart from Ace. So he's going to do the Dark Room up to Death Mountain, and then he'll start from Norfair. This is actually quite a heads-up play by Ace. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was thinking he was checking Lumberjack for whatever reason, but we've seen Lumberjack, I think, on both teams. It was some garbage. I want to say a shield.
I'm pretty sure Tracy checked it for AceT. And I'm also very sure Metroid MST checked it on Team FhailGuys, so yeah, they should both have seen it.
Yeah, and we do see a bottle at Bomb Chorizo, so obviously Sick Kit's now open, but it's kind of an out-of-the-way check until you've got Moon Pearl and you can do your Dark World access at Kakariko. Or if you're coming there from the South Dark World part and you've got Mirror. And Ace gonna transition games to avoid the boulders. He was on one heart there. He still is. Yeah, nice boulder navigation there.
These falling cabbages they sometimes can really want to kill you, and you have no way of avoiding them. Okay, we have found a lamp.
Indeed, we do have that lamp. It is in Logic, though.
Yep.
He did the dark room to get up here, but it is in Logic via Norfair.
Yep, you can make your way all the way through Super Metroid to get to there without doing the Old Man Dark Room to grab that lamp. But yeah, Dark Cross, no. Something that might be in the back of the minds for AceT here until they find the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, once the Moon Pearl gets found, this is where the seed's gonna bust wide open, or one of the two suits in Super Metroid. Just at the moment, we've got Brinstar and Wrecked Ship open, logically, but we don't have like any way to get to Bubble Mountain and Norfair or do any of Meridia. So yeah, it's very much a what do you do first? That's a grapple beam for AceZero once he picks it up. So he's gonna now have the pleasure of grappling everywhere he chooses, which is probably gonna be like nowhere because nobody ever uses grapple.
You say that, but this is hard logic, and there might be something coming up where you might need grapple.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want grapple for Suitless Meridia. There are always workarounds for pretty much every item in Super Metroid except for Morph Ball. Like, Ace really wants to prove me wrong. But yeah.
It is a very, very nice farming tool. Pick up some super missiles, some health if you want to.
Yeah, or you can also open some doors faster if you really want to be a fast machine. I guess I don't know what I was thinking there. Not in this logic. Springwall is not required. For Suitless Meridia, you can just you can have all of Front Meridia open with just High Jump by a Scrapple. I think Springball's only relevant for like sand pits and other stuff like that. But yeah, you most certainly do not need Springball to do Suitless Meridia. And Leno going for the risky setup there, but did make it into the middle and got both items successfully. He did check in front of Gauntlet. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out over both teams we have at least 5 available E-Tanks, so some Hell Run should be in logic at some point.
Yeah, the Ice Beam Hell Run is in logic at the moment, but we can't do Bubble Mountain because we do not have a way through Pre-Cathedral that isn't Nova Boost, and Nova Boost needs more tanks to be viable without Varia anyway. And it's also not in logic. It's also not like a thing you see anyone do because it's stupid. And oh boy, High Jump. So now we've just got 2 out of the main 3 Suitless Meridia tools in logic.
Yeah. Also, AceZero has found Plasma Beam behind Crate. Not that useful, or not that useful without Charge Beam, but still nice beam upgrade.
Yeah, it's very nice, definitely. It's a really good one to have for Hell Runs, which is not an unlikely prospect. Though they could just find Varia and make MST unhappy. He's always complaining about how the seeds are never actually hard logic, but this is, I don't know, this has potential. So I don't get why Tracy's doing all that morphing and unmorphing. I mean, she got through the hole, so that's what counts.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like high jump boots messing with Tracy's setup there. Muscle memory not doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh yeah, that's very possible. Heckin' high jump. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, high jump, honestly, just a really, really nice item to have, like, even more so than Speed Booster. Speed Booster is great for progression, high jump's great for comfort.
Yep, but you are not used to having it this early in a combo miser.
Yeah, this is true. You usually do Brinstar without high jump, just empirically across all SMZ3s. Alright, Tracy gets the gate glitch a bit easier with high jump. But it's still a technical trick but you do need to know it because it isn't logic, even without high jump. Yeah, Tracy's gonna be continuing her way through Brinstar. Ace is gonna check behind her because Tracy did not do the front of Gauntlet, but Ace checking that one out, discovering it is nothing.
Meanwhile, this decision point here for Tracy, does she want to go down towards Crate, or does she want to go through the upper door here and maybe go through Retrobrin? There are still some checks left.
Interesting, she is choosing to go down towards Red Tower. With 9 power bombs and screw attack, I don't know how I feel about this. Then again, you do have Ace coming down here to check all this stuff, so... No, never mind. No, I like this.
I mean, there are other options available to them, especially with Grapple. Ace had a bit of an easier way over to Wreck Chip, if so desired. But yeah.
Yeah, though there is the thing that he doesn't have high jump, and high jump makes Wreck Chip a lot nicer, especially you don't have to do the bomb jump in Sponge Pass, which I'm confident Ace can do. But there's that, and it also makes Sky Missiles a lot nicer. So he could have just wanted the high jump before doing anything Wreck Chip, because if he goes backwards here, if he goes like meme route or something, he can then go backwards through the Bryn loop and get his high jump, and then do Wreck Chip from there.
The only thing that's maybe a bit of a question is what's Tracy going to do next? So, or Ace is doing all of this. Since we do not have that much else left, and it looks like Tracy is catching up a bit on required stuff, doing crate checks.
Yeah, this is
getting plasma.
Yeah, this is very reasonable. If you want the plasma, you can get the plasma. It's not going to get too much faster, except for like a couple seconds with having speed. But it is required. You will need to do it at some point. So why not get it out of the way while your partner does stuff that could be progression?
Also, now that I think about it, with high jump, Tracy, of course, now has the high runs that you are able to do. So, yeah, looks like that's apparently their plan moving forward with the seed.
Yeah, the high jump definitely will help with the getting the bubble mountain part. That second super shot from Tracy looked very close to getting the Ghidorah crash, but did not crash. So we're fine. The Idor crash. If you shoot the Idor, if you kill the Idor on the same frame, it shoots a ball out. It'll crash the game in like a couple seconds. It doesn't happen immediately, but it does happen. So like, but if you transition rooms, it kills the effect of the crash. So all you have to do is just transition rooms and you're fine. Yeah, I think the only time I've seen it happen is when someone got the crash on the Ridley door and then went back to farm some more ammo and then it crashed. Yeah, it's always unfortunate when those things happen, but just stuff you want to know.
AceZero picking up another powerbomb pack, getting up to the 15. Which is required if you want to do any crystal flashes. Also, the preferred amount to have if you want to do Tyrion without Ice Beam. Because you do not need to rely on the powerbomb drops from the Metroids.
Yeah, there is the like 28% chance you can make it through Turian with only 10 power bombs, and like the obscenely low chance you can make it through Turian with 1 pack, which is really only viable for tasks. But yeah, you do want 3 power bomb packs if you're gonna do Iceless Turian. And it does look like Tracy's gonna be taking on those hell runs. And Ace not gonna do X-ray. Did he already do it? That's the only reason I can see him not doing it now.
Sure, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you, Hydra. Ace has not done X-ray.
And apparently that's just what they both thought about, because he's now going for it. Meanwhile, Tracy did grab the blue mail that Ace scouted earlier, alongside Grapple. Which I fully expected Tracy to do. But
yeah, I mean, it's very, very close on path.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, that looked like more of a bail from Red Tower than a I missed the Red Tower jump. And also looking like MST is going to do some CWJ. Hopefully it's not as bad as Leno's CWJ that one time. And just supers at X-ray. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I like it. I like Ace getting these. Like, you need supers in co-op. Very much so.
Yeah, while you are most likely finding charge at some point between your two runners, you do not know when that will be, and you want to have at least 30 supers to be able to do Ridley comfortably.
I will maintain that the KPDR fight is more comfortable for me to do fast than the 30 super fight, but the 30 super fight is the fastest way of doing Ridley, because microwave doesn't exist on Ridley. And then, yeah, if you don't find charge, you need 60 supers or the equivalent to kill Mother Brain 2. So yeah, it's very much it's very much a good thing that you got the supers. Tracy is gonna do the Ice Crumble Hell Run. I don't know, she hasn't done Crumble yet. Yeah, Wreck Ship is very possibly just super stacked. Then again, all we need is a Moon Pearl and the seat's wide open. I say wide open, but we just get Dark World.
Yeah, which makes it pretty wide open, since we have quite a bit of stuff we can do in the Dark World.
Yeah, you are right. We have like Glove Hammer Pearl and Bow. So we can do all of Pod, East Dark World, and all of West Dark World, except for the mid stuff and the mirror stuff. So it's definitely a fine Dark World once we get Pearl.
There's some other stuff that does give us quite a bit of chunk of checks. Hookshot or Mirror would open up East Death Mountain and access to Hera.
Yeah, and then also the suits open up their respective areas. Varia taking Norfair, Gravity taking Meridia. And then also we have that the possibility for an Ice or Spring Ball opening up some of Suitless Meridia.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure most people have Spazer here. Probably everybody does. So it's not like a terrible Plasma Beam Suitless Meridia, which is never fun. Because if you kill the enemy, then you can not have your platform anymore. Honestly, I would not be surprised to like, I've done that when like my partner, when Farflu told me that like there were, I think it was Mids and Spec Rock in our race the other day. I went in there and was like, oh wait, I need to jump down and get it. MST having an experience with Fantoon. He does have a decent chunk of energy at the moment, so it shouldn't be terrible.
Okay. Meanwhile, Tracy getting a bit lost on the way to the old man, heading into the Dark Mountain Descent Cave. Death Mountain Descent Cave. A nice connector in entrance seats, but with this being SMZ3 and no entrance available or entrance shuffle in this race here, not a cave you need to visit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a seed where Death Mountain Descent Cave is useful. Then again, this is, like you were saying, this is not entrance.
There is maybe a theoretical way you can craft a scenario for that, including a TR bottle save to go get the ice rod without the flute.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that's some wild speculation and very, very
it's
specific scenario you have to hit.
Yeah, you just have to have like 3 million things all in the right places, and like in a specific. Yeah, very unlikely. And oh yeah, we are seeing Sick Kid now from Tracy. Just a heart piece. Sick Kid only willing to give us a bit of his heart today, not his full.
Yeah. With this being a single check, that does not, or isn't that close to any of the starting points, but surprising for Tracy to go for it instead of maybe Bubble Mountain Hell Runs, but maybe not feeling comfortable going for that just yet, or simply not wanting to leave behind those or these one-off checks here in Link to the Past that could have been grabbed earlier, because Tracy is now getting back to Dark Cross also.
Yeah, they'll find out the missiles here. There is the E-Tank and Zelda cell that she might also want, but that's a very long time for one tank.
Yeah, I think Tracy was on at least 3+1 reserve, or even 4 E-Tanks, so I don't think she would go for the E-Tank and Zelda cell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Tracy's got 3 and 1. I don't know how many reserves she has. And MST finding a power bomb pack in Wreck Ship E-Tank, gonna reset it. Who needs power bombs anyway? Not in my suitless Lower Warfare.
I mean, one more reason I could maybe think of that Tracy would do these checks now is to buy some time for Ace to get a bit further into Wreck Ship and get some info, so that Tracy maybe could just head over to Wreck Ship if Ace got the information, okay, Moon Pearl is here. Tracy wouldn't waste potential time in Bubble Mountain. But yeah.
Yeah, it's at the moment it's very much Wreck Ship or Bubble Mountain, or potentially Croc, but Croc's kind of part of Bubble Mountain, I guess. And yeah, definitely Tracy. And if Tracy goes Wreck Ship here, this is gonna be scary. Okay, no, she's going. Oh, she takes a battle grab hit. That's very much not good, but. Yeah, this is scary for Tracy, being on like the minimum tank requirements for Hell Runs. But in all honesty, it's kind of oh my, what the heck, spikes? Just giving Ace, I think that was like 2 spike hits in a row.
Yep, looked like it.
Yeah, this is gonna be slightly scary for Tracy is, but I would very much think that it's going to be Wreck Ship over Bubble Mountain. Maybe it's Croc. I don't know.
Tracy just grabbed one more E-tank, so now at 4 and 1. That was the preparation for the Herons, most likely.
It's possible she'll grab the supers out of X-ray and then take Sloter's refill before the hell runs. You never know.
Nope. 5 supers apparently not worth the time getting all the way over to X-ray.
Yeah, and then all the way back.
Yep. And so far, I think there was nothing in Wreck Chip. We have seen those missiles earlier from AceZero, so 2 more checks left. I mean, we have seen a vanilla mushroom already in the seed, so maybe vanilla gravity. Anyone?
It's possible. We haven't seen gravity, and we haven't seen the gravity location, so who knows?
Or the more nasty variant of it with being ice beam on the gravity spot.
Yeah, ice or spring ball would be very nasty there. Having to do all of Wreck Chip just to get to there to get your suitless Meridia item. Not fun.
Meanwhile, Lenov is again farming up some health here in the hell runs. It's what you have to do to get these items and checks here, since they're on logic, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, hell runs can be slow, but oh, were you talking about bowling? Ooh, silvers. Alright. That's a nice find for MST. He won't be unrewarded for doing.
Oh, this is... oh, Tracy won't be happy about this.
And an E-tank at gravity, so this is making...
Because...
yeah.
This Wreck Chip is completely optional, isn't it? Aside from Typhoon.
Yeah, it's all optional, and Ace is gonna get silvers and another E-tank, and she won't.
Yeah, and
so it's not looking good.
Yeah, I know Tracy, and this is the scenario that Tracy hates the most about the Wreck Chip.
Yeah, it's just now Ace has lost like 6 or 7 minutes full clearing Wreck Chip for nothing.
But Ace got the nice silver arrows that Tracy very, very much likes to have, and yeah, having to do the Wreck Chip or getting all the way over to the Joseph there behind or at gravity is oh boy.
Yeah, this is not a good scenario for Tracy. She's got like not too much energy. I don't know if she can make this. 95 is usually enough, but you gotta have a clean bat cave if you want to get to the farm. She does make it though. MST having controller issues. This is... oh no.
Oh no.
MST, please. Okay, there. He hit the right buttons. Losing like 15 seconds to controller issues. What the heck?
Unfortunate.
Well, if FhailGuys lose this race by 15 seconds, I know what I'll win. Well, that's only if MST comes in second for that team. So I guess if Leno finishes in second by 15 seconds, then I get to blame MST's controller issues inhibiting him. Yeah, we are seeing Crocomire here for Lenifus.
Yeah, think that's pretty much the only thing we have left for progression since Wreckship was a complete bust.
Oh god, we could have a required Indiana Jones.
If Lenofis didn't find something in their run so far, and I don't saw chat reminding us of something we missed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure chat would at least say something if we found Pearl or a suit or Ice Spring Ball. Pegasus boots.
Ooh,
that's progression.
That's definitely progression. It's not much progression, but it does open up about 4 more checks. 3 more checks, maybe?
Was Desert Boots locked?
Apparently so.
Alright. Yes, I can't confirm Vanilla Indiana Jones is worse than Sutter 3. It's like way worse. One I'm consistent at.
Oh, and with the cape being apparently in desert behind the boots, we do have the full Aga 1 package.
Oh boy.
Wave
Pearl on
beam.
Pyramid. Oh boy.
I have seen a seed, so it is a possibility.
Oh,
and
for sure.
this wave beam we just saw is purely what's the word?
A bait?
No, that's not the word I meant, but it's completely optional. It's just nice to have. Does not do anything for us in means of progression.
Yeah, so Leno's got those boots.
Okay.
Oh, that's more
progression. That's one more check we can do just now.
So the thing is, they don't know what's in Indiana Jones. And I don't know if they'll find out. So this could end up being a both teams orphan Indiana Jones, and then whoever last locations their fire rod there or whatever first wins.
Well, AceZero still has to go all the way there, so his team might get the information. So
this is true.
We'll have to wait on that before we make some calls in that regard, but yeah, with how the progression went so far, I expect there to be something either in King's Tomb or in Desert, and then the whole Dark World will be open after we get the Moonfall.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like a Dark World next seed.
Lenofis is going to check those checks. Starting at Sank to get both boot checks before heading over to Desert.
Yeah, this is pretty much the obvious play.
Or not?
Leno?
Checking Sicket first?
I guess. I don't like this.
Did we have something on...
I didn't see anything in the library. Maybe Pearl here or something? This is the only way I can see this being viable.
Oh,
Cape on library.
Still, going for the cape, but not checking the boots checks.
I don't get this.
This seems a bit inefficient.
Yeah, and now he's just ignoring it. Is he just beelining Desert and letting MST take the boot checks?
I mean, Litten up is all nice and fine, but those 2 boots checks, if they could save you a trip to Desert, are definitely better to do first. So, I'm not sure about this decision.
Yeah, I can't say I like it.
Maybe just tunnel visioned on Desert, and already being there just said, okay, going for it now, and Metroid MST can just pick up the checks later.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's not too big a deal. Just if Pearl's there, which it likely is, then yeah, then it could be worse for FhailGuys. But yeah, at the end of the day, who knows?
Desert is still a crystal, so it's not wrong to do it. No, it's just not doing the boots checks first is a bit questionable.
Exactly.
We get some supers in the desert big chest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of people pick that up. Just pretty quick supers along the path, and you'll have to go to get the desert big key at some point. So.
Yeah. They're a bit closer than the supers being in X-ray.
Indeed. And MST... I don't think MST's got boots. What's MST doing? Is MST doing X-ray? I don't understand why he's doing X-ray instead of going for those boots. Alright, here, let's see AceZero's... Ace forgot that he has to do the wall jump with high jump only. And will not be doing Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Oh, Tracy does not have good ammo. Yeah, this is gonna be a Farm Crocs drops fight. Oh, that's a lucky super. I think she can finish the fight now. 5 Super Croc RTA runners are jealous at this point. That's so stupid. How do you just get 2 super drops? I'm gonna check the odds on that.
While you do that, the Novus will be heading up Death Mountain because that was a hookshot on Len Molas.
Ooh, nice.
So yeah, boots required to get to East Death Mountain, where most likely our Pearl will be. And now this seed is definitely going to prove me wrong, putting something else there.
Yeah, I mean, now that he's got the hookshot, I respect the leaving of the boots checks, because you can just have MST do those, and you can have Leno continue down the chain.
Also, if you have Mirror and Dark Vertexes, you can combine those with checking Graveyard Edge if you want to.
That's also true.
Yeah, with the hookshot I can fully understand that. So, Ace showing us what's in King's Tomb.
Only 50 rupees in this one, and now I don't think he's done Bonk Rocks yet.
Nope.
Oh,
We'll come now and then pick up the cape. We did find the Moon Pearl in Paradox, yes.
nice.
It's 5 chest room in the rightmost chest.
Very nice. Yeah, now Leno's going to be able to just combine Dark Death Mountain and Spiral Cave here. So, yeah, very nice. Tracy gets her mitts, and I don't know if Tracy will get that wave beam. It's very much an open question at this point.
It would give them a potential one more try to check Indiana Jones. Looks like Tracy is at least going for it. Meanwhile, Lenovis did decide to not go and check Hera first before heading down Spiral Cave, so looks like we won't get to see that just now, except if we find the mirror here on Dark Death Mountain, which shouldn't hurt them, but if the mirror is actually in Hera, this could potentially be very bad for them.
Yeah, the lack of hammer here, though MST will be going here, probably his next thing after killing Leno.
Right.
So, very possible
Right.
just do Hera.
Lenovis never grabbed hammer. Okay. You blanked on that.
Also, heck, GGG, Tracy, getting it on the 5th try, 2nd time around. Yeah, I can math.
TR is Ether today, so that's the medallion we have to find at least.
Having found none of them so far, yeah, it's just a good info thing. There's the mirror! Good grief, Leno.
And now Leno can just head over to check Hera.
Yeah, no worries at all.
And deciding not to. I mean, with the mirror, Hera is still easier accessible. Do not have to take the long way around. And it is only 2 checks there, so with the whole Dark World open, I can totally see just waiting on that for now. And looks like Leno is going to grab the hammer. So yeah, might have been maybe a better idea to pick it up before going up the mountain so that you can check Hera even if you do not find the mirror, but if that's not something you're going to do either way, it does not matter.
Yeah, he also could have been thinking it's likely progressions in Paradox rather than Hera, so he wanted to leave the hammer for later and just get it before Dark World. Or whatever chain.
Still, if the Moon Pearl were just in its vanilla dungeon, that would have been a painful round trip. That would not have been necessary if you grabbed just the hammer first. So it's a bit riskier, but it didn't come to the worst case scenario there, so works out in their favor.
For sure. Alright, MST will get that wave beam. Now we'll see the 4th and probably final Indiana Jones attempt. Will we get to see the item? No!
Nope.
We won't. So, both teams have left the Indiana Jones item for later TM. Who knows if and when they'll get it. Quake Medallion. So, you said it was Ether for TR, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Lenovis is now in Peace Town. Green Pendant Dungeon, so not something you would need to clear necessarily, but with 5 items to grab for in a dungeon and the Green Pendant. In a co-op setting, sending one runner in here when you just get Dark World access does make sense. You have the boots. This comparatively fast, comparatively easy dungeon to do. And if there's nothing in here, you can just tell your team partner to not go in there at all, but looks like Novice is just interested in the front. Got at least 2 items. Totally missed. There was a third.
Yeah, I don't think I was not counting either. But Leno just gonna bail, and he'll finish out his Village of Outcasts checks, and then do something else. It is not back of Pendant Thieves now. Ooh, that's a flute there. That's a nice find.
Oh, definitely a nice find. That does now open up the Maya area. Also the access to the lower Norfair portal, which we are not supposed to do much with yet, but having that, having the access to that portal is definitely a very, very nice comfort.
For sure, and Screw Attack location is in Logic, even without Varia, but only that.
AceZero being in Hera, just finds the compressed here. Trying for Hera pods, gets it on 3rd try.
Nice, yeah. Spin speed Herapod saved it's just a bit over bomb Herapod, I don't know how much, but it's fast. With buffers, like select buffers, it can be very, very consistent. But you can also do the method of throwing yourself at it until you get it, I do. And sometimes it works.
That's a very astute.
There, that's a nice find. So now Leno will have he'll have all of LN access because Screw Attack and GT area are in Logic via the portal and getting back out that way, and then everything else is in Logic via the Lava Dive and using the high jump to get a force stream in the game.
So, would maybe like to find either Space Jump, Speed Booster, or maybe even more forms to do not have to do the Lava Dive.
I'm pretty sure both teams are pretty comfortable with the Lava Dive. It's very much a once you get the trick down, it's pretty down.
It's more of a thing that it's not the fastest way to get there if they want to get to lower Norfair. So if they can find something on the way to make the faster, it's probably preferred, but it's not something they would go out of their way in any form for.
This is true. Because going from the Norfair portal as opposed to the lower Norfair portal is a bit slower. Like you were saying. Tracy getting a bit bullied by Dead Rocks here as Ace is going to do Hera Basement.
Yeah, looks like our second item is down here. So, what can you do? And it's the Bugnet.
Ooh, that's a Fire Rod. So, what do we need for Go Mode? I think it's just like Samaria, a second sword, Ether, maybe Bombos, and then some way to kill Dragon. Yeah, Tracy's got Ice Rod. She can flip the switch with that.
Also has a bow. Could use the last bomb if you really wanted to. Also Tracy got the information from Ace just now that there's nothing in Hera, so Tracy does not have to do it now. With Swamp Palace being a crystal, you are guaranteed to get a mirror, so you can Hera before you go to GT. So Tracy is actually the first on AceT to get to the Dark Death Mountain checks. We'll get that mirror.
Yeah, hopefully she remembers she has boots. That would be a good thing. Okay. Good. I was slightly afraid she had forgotten, but yeah, it does look like Leno's gonna make the swamp play here.
It's a crystal. You have everything to full clear it. You might want to prefer, or might prefer to have Samaria for Diver Down, possibly, but that's just a minor optimization rather than a hard requirement. So yeah, 6 items to grab in here. No reason to not go in here.
Yeah, nice super speed TR opening from Ace. Or rather, the TR portal. Doing it fast. There's that second sword. That is required. You need Master Sword to beat the game. So that's one item off of our grocery list, I guess.
Looks like Tracy is heading over here to the Hera area. Might as well do Hera now, but maybe just doing Spy Cave.
It looks to be a Spy Cave play. Is it only those 4 that can drop hearts?
Yep, the one in the cardinal directions.
Wow.
Can drop hearts, can drop fairies.
For the longest time, I thought it was all of them. Glad that I've learned.
Okay. Tracy finding a heart piece in Spy Cave that will give her a refill. Since she saved and quitted. That refill should still be active when she spawns. Okay, not. Just a link to past thing. Okay.
Just a link to the past things.
No.
Yeah, now we have 3 swords for Leno. Because swamp things.
You mean sword petals?
I suppose you're right.
Okay, Tracy going for Eastern Pellet? Okay. Oh.
Okay, this is the pod play, which I honestly don't mind at all. This is very valid opener. You got the lamp to make it nice. You got all the stuff to full clear. You've got mirror as well. Makes a lot of sense. And also, she's a runner who hasn't done Eastern on their team.
Yep.
So get it out of the way.
We have the mirror. Both are crystals, so while Ace is going over to Village of Outcasts, Scott those checks out. And maybe is even going to fully clear this town. Would be a chance to. Tracy going over here is definitely a good decision.
Yeah, it also means that they'll beat the other team to some knowledge of something.
And looks like Ace does continue in this town, so yeah. That will... oh, nope, deciding against it. Which I do not blame them for. Ace still has the entire smooth chain to do. Pipe Cave, we know that there's a fire rod available, which would open up Skull Woods or Ice Palace as pendants. There's Swamp Palace to clear. So, yeah.
Yeah, not to mention the Varia suit there. Kind of want that.
Yep.
Oh, did Ace not activate the flute? That could be an issue.
Yeah. I mean, there are still options for Ace to route it back in if you do the Smith chain, which would mean ordering may be not optimal, but it would not lose much time.
Yeah, just if he remembers that he should do it now, but very possible he just forgot, which is reasonable.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to think about in the co-op scene.
I mean, the way that you could route this here is pick up the Smith, turn it in, grab the purple chest, then activate the flute and flute the purple chest down, and then do Swamp as a crystal before you do the rest of the Dark World checks. Which would be a bit unfortunate in this seed, since you get the fire rod very late. But it is the way you can prioritize a crystal dungeon before doing all of these Dark World checks.
Yeah, and you could also like turn the purple chest into a Bombos Tablet Swamp Cave 45 thing. So it's definitely not a hard orphan like some orphans are.
Also, especially with the Varia that Ace now got, Ace could just simply decide to, okay, go activate the flute, turn in the purple chest, and then do the Norfair checks first. Or checking out the Maya area before you head to Swamp, since with the hammer you can just access the Swamp portal and get back to the Dark World there pretty easy. So, yeah. Let's see how Ace decides to play this out. Looks like we will just get the way down to Bomber's Tablet. And nope, remembering that you have to activate the flute.
Space Jump Bombos, so that's the other medallions that we need, but Space Jump is definitely a medallion. But yeah, we still do need that ether, but we will not need any extra medallions.
And Benofis now having done both red crystal dungeons, can now turn in the red bomb, and after that maybe head all the way over to Grave Village and Catfish potentially, but also can just say, okay, those two checks, maybe we can do them later if they really need to be done.
Yeah, I mean, what is a Graveyard Legend Catfish? Only 220 rupees anyways. It's never anything important. Except when it is.
Yeah. But with Space Jump especially, I would be very, very tempted to just head down to Lower Norfair.
Yeah, Space Jump and Screw Attack combined as well. Like, that's a really big combo that will just destroy everything in your path, as well as Plasma as well. Forgot about that.
Still no charge beam, so Plasma not usable for Ridley, but for the normal enemies you have them that available. Looks like Benofis is continuing. Oh, nope, maybe deciding for a pod. Which is fine, still a crystal dungeon you have to do. It's just, maybe potentially I personally would prefer Lenofis to just follow that space jump, see if there's something earlier, since Metroid MST can do pods just as well. But,
though MST is doing, at least he was doing Hera. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably would have preferred MST doing pod here, like you were saying.
I mean, MST can just grab the space jump out of Hype Cave and do the checks or do the checks then. So it does not matter much either way. It's just more that Ilmutras would have been in a better position to do it now, which may be seconds in difference in the end. So not too big of a deal.
Yeah, and looking like Pod was a bust, potentially, except for Helmasaur. I don't know if he has an item. I'll admit I wasn't paying too much attention to what Tracy was getting in Pod.
I didn't either.
Heckin' 4 screens. Very tough to watch all 4 screens, but now it's gonna be decision time for Ace. Will he go and he'll probably do Pyramid Fairy since
Ace doesn't have done Swamp yet.
Oh, I can't remember what dungeons are which. Yeah, you're right. Swamp is still not done. Looking like that's what he's gonna do now.
Yeah. Swamp into Pyramid Fairy does make sense for AceZero. Got the bombos and space jump information. Especially with Tracy not having done Eastern just yet. He's just about to do this. It is probably a good thing for Ace to do it now so that Tracy can know she should do just Red Bomb after all of this. So I could potentially see Tracy leaving Swamp behind for now to give Ace enough time to get to the Red Bomb.
Yeah, that would definitely make sense.
Yeah, Tracy not doing Eastern here, which is simply a mistake in this case. That's never going to be faster than just mirroring. It's not too big of a deal. With the flute you can come back pretty easily, but blanking on something like this is not something you want to do in a race.
Yeah. And I don't think Tracy's got silvers, or HUD icon isn't on silvers.
Yeah, I mean, with silvers being in the on the Chozo next to the gravity suit spot, and nothing else being in Wrecked Ship, yeah, Tracy's probably never going to grab those.
Exactly. Yeah, I forgot where silvers were. So, thank you for the reminder. Yeah, now I think it's MST's turn to give us some new checks. For like the first time in a while, because he took so long getting like the hook shot to the pearled and mirror and all that fun stuff.
Going for in front of Pendant Skywood's okay. Just leaving it at the front. Yeah. Again, a very safe play. Okay, combining it with the North Arc checks though does make some sense here. Going to get the Bumper Ledge check, getting to Graveyard Ledge, then can route in Catfish, which Lenofus did leave behind in favor of going to Pod. So, yeah, very nice split of routing here for them, those two. I still would have probably preferred to for Metroid to go to Lower Norfair first, but yeah.
Well, MST doesn't have Varia, so.
Alright, okay, no, then never mind. Well, you could have went to Hype Cave, grabbed Space Jump, and then head all the way over to get Varia, but yeah.
Yeah, and it also gets your Fire Rod in the way, so.
Something you yeah, something could have done, and I probably would have preferred personally overdoing this North Dark World checks right now, since they are not that many and do also take a bit of time each. But in the end, if there's something up here and it helps you, it's definitely going to pay out in that case.
Yeah, Tracy gonna get her Varia. She's near Thieves Town, so I'm interested to see if she does the back of Pendant Thieves here.
Okay, and Metroid MST not continuing all the way to Catfish, so that one single check may be a bit orphaned for Team FhailGuys here.
Very possible, yeah.
So, not too fond of this decision, but we'll see. It is just one check. And when is Catfish ever ruining anyone's seed? That never happened before, right?
No, never. It's never had like a morph ball or a go mode flippers at last location or anything terrible like that. Never. Couldn't imagine the Catfish doing that to you. Alright, still looking like we're on everybody's doing stuff everybody else has already done mode.
Yeah, I fully expect Metroid MST to head over to Low and Off here after activating the flute and go into the Maya area checks quickly.
Yeah, possible Tracy will do the same. Maybe they both do back Pendant Thieves.
I mean, sure, yeah, you can do it. There's still at least 2 more items to grab there, but I fully expect them not to. And looks like Metroid MST is going to give us a pedestal check first.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the only thing that this could be.
I mean, in a co-op setting, it is definitely a good thing to do, since we do have access to all 3 pendants.
True.
And yeah, if either medallion is on the pedestal, you simply know you have to do it. So getting that information out of the way, definitely good thinking here.
Oh my god, that's
Well,
gravity on Ped. That's so...
Well,
okay, that changes things a lot. So now, I don't know if Tracy knows the grapple jump out of Dragon. So, wait, no, Springball exists. God dang it, Springball, why are you ruining my everything?
did they find it already?
No, gravity's sitting on pedestal.
The spring ball.
No, we don't have Springball, but if we do find Springball, then Tracy's saved. If she doesn't know the grapple jump, because she can Crystal Flash, get a Flash Suit, kill Dragon, spark out of Dragon's room, then Springball jump out of the Precious room, and be fine. And then she can grapple to start with Coliseum and just space jump across. But if she doesn't find Springball, then she'll have to do the grapple jump or Spark and then X-Ray climb. I don't know if she knows either of those things, and the alternative to doing those is Pulphead. So...
the thing is, dependent dungeons themselves are... Oh, what did I miss?
Samaria and Myershed. So we're go mode minus that gravity. Well, if the runners know how to do Dragon on this equipment, which is honestly not all that bad. High jump space grapples not terrible at all, and they're in go mode at like almost the same time.
They still need the ether medallion for both dungeons.
Oh my god. Okay, no, you're right.
So,
go -1. I got too overexcited.
The big problem for Team AceT here is that they do not have that pedestal information, and I don't think they are likely to get it soon.
Yeah.
So the thing that you could do here is the pendant dungeons are definitely not the longest dungeons, and especially with the King of Samaria turning up and having access to Icebreaker, for clearing Ice Palace is not the most painful thing to do. And so you are still looking for Ether. So one decision you could make if you get the information for AceT here is to say, okay, Tracy is going to scout the pendant dungeons for Ether, and gets the gravity suit here as a consolation prize if it's not turning up there, so you would not have completely wasted your time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a valid play now that I think about it. Just just like you were saying, just have Tracy do all dependents, and then have her pull pet, and then I know Ace doesn't care about gravity. He has a better RBO time than I do. So he just doesn't care.
The biggest problem is just they do not have that information, and looks like Tracy is not going to get it.
Oh no, this could be she does Skullwoods and checks pet then.
Skullwoods being a pendant, only 2 items in there, without the information, it really doesn't make that much sense. I would Tracy rather see, most likely see going to.
Yeah, we don't have Spring Ball though. I promise I'm not lying because I hate Spring Ball. But we have not seen Spring Ball.
So the thing here is Tracy is going for the green pendant at least though. Which
yeah, I mean at least it's Tracy doing it, not Ace.
Oh. Yeah. So Tracy would have no reason to go in here except for doing pendant, green pendant Thief Star.
For sure.
Or just wanted to grab some supers, okay.
Oh, okay. Maybe she does. I don't know what she'll do here. I really just don't know.
I think that's just a preparation for low and warfare play. They still do not have charge, and grabbing 5 more supers here when you have to come around here anyway. It's something you can do. I'm not fully sure of the super count that Tracy has just now. And now apparently going to do Swamp Palace since AceZero is already here in lower Warfare at Ridley.
Yeah, I definitely like this. If you're gonna do pendants, you want to do Swamp first just to get those swords. Because they'll make, like, particularly Cold Stare and Mothula a lot more comfy.
Still, I'm not sure I understand Tracy's reason to go over to the Village of Outcast than just earlier. Because I don't think there was anything of importance there to grab.
Where was X-Ray? We've seen... Leno has X-Ray. Where was X-Ray?
X-Ray was in Super Bunny Cave, the lower chest.
Okay. See, now I'm just hypothesizing what if... Like, chat's saying what if Ether's in Aqueduct? Like, that would be terrible, but then you can just G-mode to it and get it without gravity. But that's pretty much the only way you can get it without gravity. And G-mode's also slow. It's really slow. So yeah, I would not expect that to happen, especially if Ether's in the second item. If it's in the first item and you can peek it, then it's way more reasonable because you know you're getting your go mode item out of it. But if it's not there, if you don't know that it's there, I don't like it. And I'm a G mode enthusiast. Tracy, please get your sword.
And I think she intended to do the dash to the side, but the turn didn't turn out the way she wanted to.
That would make sense.
Yeah. I do wonder with Glenoffice now being in Tourney Warfare. Metroid Enmity does have the pedestal info, and like I said, we still are looking for the Ether Medallion, so especially with knowing that Gravity is on the pedestal, you could reasonably make a decision to at least dip one pendant dungeon to see if you can grab the Ether Medallion out of there.
Yeah, it's more of a what other options do I have if you don't care about gravity? Yeah, I also know that Tracy commented on a recent weekly, will learn grapple escape immediately or something like that. That's similar to what she wrote, so I wonder if she actually has it. If she has, that'd actually be really big for this race.
Okay, Metroid is here apparently running all the way over to Pots despite having Flute and Mirror.
Yeah, that one, Hydra. I remember the one where Gravity was in first chest ice and Tracy went in thinking it was a crystal. And then she was like, no, just one check. And then she found Gravity. Hydra, you remember all the Gravity Go Mode weeklies because they're all bad for you. You should just learn how to kill Dre without gravity. It's easy.
Okay, Metroid is definitely doing a bit of catch-up here, doing port while Novus is going through lower warfare to give the time to maybe find something here, which was not the Ether if I'm looking at AceZero's tracker.
Yeah, we have not seen Ether. If this was Ocarina of Time randomizer, the hints would say, clearly plundering lower warfare is a foolish choice.
And we are going to get to see the Indiana Jones check finally. AceZero now with Space Jump equipped has a much easier time to get there.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Way out of the way. Imagine if this is being ethered though. This would make for a very, very interesting race. And it's not.
Dang, if that had been Ether, it would have been all how long does it take FhailGuys to get to the Ether there, and can Tracy pull Pet in that time? That would be a really, really interesting race, but alas, it was not meant to be.
But question is now though, we are running out of checks to do if you do not want to dependent dungeons. So at what point do you send which runner where? Do you just send someone without gravity to Meridia and see if the ether is just there? Nope. That you do not need to find gravity at all.
Well, you don't go there yet. We don't have ice or spring ball, so you can't do it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, never mind then.
Wait, no, you can do it backdoor, but because you don't need to climb Main Street. So you could do stuff like Basu and E-Tank, and then sand pits, but still bad. I'd rather do pendants. Oh yeah, we did find that powder in LN, so Ace is gonna check that. This makes a lot of sense.
It's a somewhat quick check with the flute. Not the fastest, but you are still searching for that gravity or the ether. So might as well do it first. See if it's required. And if it's not, Tracy does not need to rush low on warfare.
aside from pendant dungeons, what do we even have open?
I think it's just pendants and Meridia at this point.
Yeah, I'm having trouble thinking of anything else because we don't have speed for waterway or climb supers.
Catfish, maybe. I'm not sure if AceT went over there.
I want to say someone did, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody did. Okay, both teams did.
Okay.
Thank you. Then, have we seen criteria PBs? That's the one other thing I can think of off the top of my
I
head.
don't think we did, because we did not have much access to before, since Tracy only recently found mothball bombs, and we had space jump, but we never went back to criteria.
I don't know. I thought like Tracy did a ship reset at some point, but could have been before she got space.
Pretty sure that was before space.
Okay.
I could be misremembering though. There is so much stuff happening.
4 screens, 2.5 hours seat, 2 games. Yeah, it's very hard to remember all the things.
But yeah, I mean, Linofist is just going through Ice Palace, which I definitely do not blame them at any point here. You can, with Icebreaker, you can just full clear this pretty comfortably. And you know, even if there's nothing in here, you can get the consolation prize of Gravity, if you so desire.
Exactly. MST is gonna do something.
So Mario.
Oh yeah.
If you are going to do Ice Palace, you want to have that first.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of need it.
I mean, you do not really have to if there's nothing on the right side. You could just do Ice Palace Bomb Jump, and that's not much slower.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem is you need it to beat Meyer. And I guess you logically require it to do TR.
If you're going to go to Meyer, you have the Ether Medallion, and at that point you can just grab the cane before you go to Meyer.
This is true, yeah. Yeah, I would save you like a fluke a bit, I guess.
It is in the seconds range, but those things can add up at some point. So
I mean, that's why people try to save frames, because frames add up to seconds, and seconds add up, and so on and so forth. And Ace gets dependent. I hope he'll check pet. Just so they get that information.
I mean, if you are going out of the way to check Pendant Skywoods and you are here, you definitely should go and check it. So if Ace is not going for the, I would be very surprised.
True. I mean, you could also just forget you have book and not do it. I've done that. Not specifically pet, but I forgot to go the right way and went all the way through Lower Norfair to get the desert one time.
Yeah, it can happen. But Ace is mirroring after getting the big key, which he is most likely going to check. He is going to check the pedestal, and Tracy will get the bad news.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I'd imagine Ace is going to check the second item here in Skywood and is immediately heading over to the next pendant dungeon.
Leno. Okay. Leno did not die. Why is she murdering MST? She's gonna murder me because I rolled the seed.
I don't think Tracy is that mean. She would only go and find the spring ball and collect it.
Which is worse? I don't know. But anyways, Tracy is in the Metal Pirates room. I mean, what else are you gonna use? Don't have speed, don't have charge shots for a properly quick Metal Pirates kill without supers, so you gotta kill him with supers, pretty much. Yeah, looking like Leno is gonna do something with a mirror. Oh yeah, he'll do Magic Bat here.
Yep.
Yeah, then Ace is gonna do Backup Pendant Thieves.
Yeah, Ace knows now that there's the gravity to find here after all of the pendants, but he can still scout for Tracy if she has to do any checks on the way, or if she can just rush the bosses.
Yeah, looking at AceT's boss count, Ace is definitely ahead because he's got the 4 crystals. He just doesn't have Pod, but that's pretty quick. And then he also has Phantoon and Ridley on Tracy. The Ridley will be changed very soon. Hopefully Tracy can not lose all her ammo on Ridley.
Tracy needs to be careful a bit here, because I don't think she has killed Ridley yet, but which could be case now at some point.
I don't think Ridley's dead. Oh god, yeah.
Oh, that is bad.
She did take a save. I saw her taking a save, so if she dies, this isn't the end of the world. I think.
But it would be
oh no!
Oh,
He was
Ridley
dead.
Was
dude.
dead. He was dead.
He was dead, but he just decided that today's not your day.
And while it's not the end of the world, this is a minute time loss. And in this race, this is where they are already in a not that good position because of the gravity information. This really is very, very bad. This might have just costed them any chance at the race.
I wouldn't say any chance. There's still, I don't know. It's just the gravity. If Tracy can get out of Dragon without gravity, then they're definitely still in the race, but who knows? It's really going to come down to that ether location. And I mean, there still is the possibility that the ether's in the second, well, or the first Aqueduct's item location, and then they go get gravity. Then everybody goes and gets gravity. Yeah, very possible that, I don't know. MST and Leno both being in Thieves Town makes me think that they want that gravity for whatever reason.
Yeah, they are going for gravity here.
Yeah,
There's no other reason.
Yeah, maybe they're thinking that they're betting on gravity, on ether being in Meridia.
Or maybe just saying they don't expect Tracy to go without that gravity and are banking on the fact that they maybe can out-execute their opponents with the gravity. Which would be reasonable if you make that call to just go for the gravity as soon as possible. So it's probably not something you would maybe do against the likes of Ossie and Solsky, but if you know that if you are pretty sure your opponents are going to get that gravity, or also getting the gravity, making that call first is still working out in your favor.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know. I would consider backdooring Meridia for Ace here. Like, trying to scope out the Meridia. Like, just doing the backdoor, not doing everything else. Maybe probably Botswood easy. I don't see why we wouldn't, but just get those out of the way. If it's there, then you know it's there. You don't have to waste your time clearing all of Meridia for it. She does get the Ridley kill, Tracy. I'll let she's not happy about the death, though. I wouldn't be.
She cannot be happy about anything of the seed. It's just really not going the way they want to have the seeds pan out. Ace getting all the nice items, and then especially Ridley being just mean. Yeah.
And not Spring Ball and Green Pendant turn it. Pog. Nobody else has to suffer like I did.
So yeah, it does not really look like we are going to find Spring Ball this seed. Or only when it does not matter much anymore. I mean, that could still be in GT, and we are forced to pick it up because we need to find the big key. But then only one runner would have to do so. And Oph is going for Mothula and then can collect the gravity suit immediately after.
Yeah, then I would pretty much expect him to go to Meridia. It'd be interesting to see whether he does front or back first. I would bet on back first.
Being the first person, I probably would just expect him to do the back first, or see if it's just there and they can go. But you could make the argument to say, okay, Leonophis is ahead, so he has some time to spend. So if you can locate the ether in front of Meridia, that will work out in your favor.
This is true.
The one thing that, though, is I'm not sure if they are comfortable in getting through Botwoon that way. If Meridia, if the ether turns up in Meridia front.
Well, if ether turns up in Meridia front, you just leave out a sandpit and come back via the back door. You don't need this crystal flash clip. It's not even faster.
You would still have to do Botwoon, so I'm not sure, but I trust you and your.
You don't have to do Botwoon if you backdoor Meridia. You can just ignore it.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do Dragon, that's what I meant. If you are there, I'm not sure if it's really faster to go get out, back in, then. But it depends.
It's very, I don't know, it's... In my experience, if you can avoid Botwoon, then you should. But if you're in front of Meridia, you haven't found the ether yet, but you found Speed or Ice, then it's valid to kill Botwoon then. Really, it's up to just Ronner's preference. But we will see one of us is going to get that gravity suit off the pedestal, or I'll have just misread Pet, but I highly doubt that.
You sure did not misread Pet, it's just you may have misinterpreted where on there, but
yeah.
That are the magic pancakes, so yep. No mistake from any of us here.
Heck yeah.
That was gravity.
And looking like Leno will backdoor Meridia.
I mean, it's probably the optimal choice if the ether is just in there. Or the best case scenario is the the most preferred in this case. And even if it's not in there, you can just go all through the front and do not lose much time here. You do not have to do Botwoon this way. The only thing that you might need to think about do you want to do Plasma immediately? Or do you want to check other things first?
God, I don't understand why everybody's going and getting Grav. Like, I'll respect. I don't know. I'll respect MST and Leno for getting it, but Ace, you run RBO. Why are you getting Grav? Like,
The thing for Aces is probably he was scouting dependent dungeons for Ether so that Tracy could just go with them. There's nothing in there.
That's fair.
Ace is most likely the player being ahead, so him spending time is no downside for them.
Yeah, he's got 4 crystals, 3 SM bosses, and Tracy's got 4 crystals, 2 SM bosses, but no penalties.
So yeah, making these trips faster for Tracy is working out in their favor, and yeah, getting Gravity to make Ace's trip through Meridia nicer is just a thing on top of that. Also, apparently it enables Ace to get the Graveyard Ledge check that they did not do so far in the bomb, the bumper ledge.
Oh wow. Didn't realize they hadn't done this yet. But I guess you're right, yeah.
Oh yeah. In an optimized setting with both players being on the same level in both of the games, and in the situation they were in, Ace probably should have gone for Suitless Meridia, but with the way the things happened in the seat, and especially the Ridley death throwing Tracy a bit behind, there was not much reason for Ace to skip Gravity. There's no upside to Ace finishing faster if he's the first to finish.
This is true. Ooh, Ace is gonna make good use of that Graveyard Legend to the warp routing. This is good routing, I like it.
Ace is still being ahead of Tracy in Meridia, so yeah.
Yeah, so nothing at Dragon. We did see red mail at Space Jump, which is nice, but not necessary.
I could see Tracy picking it up still. Red mail is nice to have for Link to the Past.
For sure. It's just blue mail is the bulk of the protection that you want.
Yeah. I fully expect Ace to skip the red mail.
Me too. I'm not as good of an NMG runner as he is, not even close. So I don't get to bully him if he accidentally picks it up, but yeah, I'd very much expect him to skip it. Nice fast snail clip there from Leno.
Unfortunately, not paying off on the medallion.
Yeah. G mode would have been irrelevant. Sag.
Nice quick grapple here for Ace.
Yeah, I haven't seen that setup there from Ace, but that's a really nice setup. I'm gonna steal that.
I think Lenovis went for something similar, but didn't get it.
Leno went for a lower angle up setup, whereas Ace went for a higher angle down setup, and Leno missed it. MST did what Leno did, and MST got it.
Oh. Ace does pick up the...
There's the ether.
The ether.
Oh god, that's so terrible. Because that one, that specific location where the ether's at, is, you pretty much need to either, 1, have Spring Ball, 2, have grav, or 3, be Aussie. You need to have one of those things in order to get that without gravity.
Yeah, I do not see the name Aussie being on the screen here, so yeah, I think we can rule that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, and since we haven't found Sprinkle, so I guess pulling Ped wasn't all that bad, because you pretty much need gravity or to do the stupid wall jump to get that one. Okay, now the butter sword I will not allow Ace to pick up because for him it's pretty much literally like a 3 seconds on Trinex thing. I don't know. It could be it saves time in Vidi. I don't know.
Not with Silvers.
Oh yeah, Silvers. Never mind. Forgot about those.
Well, it may save even time over Silvers, but not enough that he does make it up all the way there and grab that gold sword and that animation. Well, that fanfare. The only reason I could see Ace going for that butter sword is if he is not confident in his 1-1 cycles.
Oh, he's very confident. He's got a 127 for a reason. I would very much expect him to skip it, yeah. Yeah, MST and Leno are going to be the first ones in ammo charge mode, which is why they're still doing checks, presumably. But there's a very good shot charges in GT, so...
The slightly unfortunate thing maybe for Ace, although it should not matter since he's still that much ahead of Tracy, is that he is not seeing the Ether Medallion before going all the way to the front of Meridia here.
For sure.
The only thing I could see this being a problem is if Tracy catches up to that point that they are at the same point in GT without having the big key information, so they would lose time potentially on Tracy. Tracy were to finish second.
Yeah, they AceZero does have G4. Tracy only has 2 G4 bosses down, and she's still got one more pendant to get before she gets the gravity. So, but Ace will have the ether information eventually once he checks. Right,
he will get it pretty soon.
He will, yeah.
Metroid MST on the search for ammo apparently still.
I think he's going for the supers in Watering Hole.
Maybe.
Because I mean,
still on 40 just, which is a little bit low if you do not have charge.
Yeah, he hard requires 2 more super packs, not counting this one that he's about to get. So he'll get 1 more.
Yeah, he's turning the nose at the butter sword.
Good job, Ace.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I mean, he has the time to grab all of those, and they make his way through GT and to Ganon faster, I assume.
I guess they do. Yeah, it's safety, but
it does not matter at any point, even if it loses some time with the with the amount he's still ahead. It really does not matter at all. It's just yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
He also didn't need to, because even if he would lose time on Ganon compared to the gold sword, it's not like he would die. And yeah.
I mean, even if he did die and left and got potions and came back, I guess he'd still probably finish ahead of Tracy. I don't know though. Like Tracy knows where the ether is, so all she's got to do is go into backdoor Meridia, kill Dragon, go and get the ether, leave, and then she'll just have Fantoon before. Well, after GT and Ganon.
Yep. No Bertas for AceZero.
So Ace is going to be the first into Mire. Leno going to go clean up Fantoon first, so... No, MST isn't ahead of Ace. Well, not that Ace matters, but... Well, no, Ace does matter, but his time doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as Ace does finish before Tracy, and that Ace will finish before Tracy, the exact time of Ace does not have any meaning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ace is going to finish before either Leno or MST. It's just how long is it going to take Tracy to go and get the Dragon kill in the ether, and how much time can she save by? Because I'm pretty sure that MST is behind Leno, even though he's the first into a Crystal Dungeon, because he's still got to do Ridley.
Yeah, and in this way, if MST has to look for the big key, they are losing time. Virtually.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Ace is just going to be able to give Tracy the full GT Scout.
Yeah.
So this could be close. Just really depends on the MST's LN timing and how much that affects things.
I don't think it will be that close. I feel like Tracy still has too much left to do.
I don't know, like, with the knowledge of... Yeah, I guess with the Fantoon stuff and all, if they find charge, Fantoon's gonna be really quick, so that could be a big thing. If Tracy finds charge, especially since Leno's already done Fantoon. Since he won't have microwave. Tracy will if they find charge, though. So...
Maybe.
With microwave, Fantoon's like 2.5 minutes, or something like that. From ship to ship. I don't know the exact timing, I shouldn't be saying numbers, because now everybody's going to think it's 2.5 minutes exactly. It's one of those things I should time out. But, yeah, now, I'm not having a bit of difficulty in Mire too. Don't know what the Samaria blocks were all about, but...
Did lose sword beams, so maybe thought this would be faster. Also, maybe did not plan on doing any spooky action glitch, which I expect AceZero to do.
For sure. Gotta go fast. But yeah, yeah, I guess it's just Tracy's Rest of Meridia / Fantoon / Hera versus MST's LN. I think MST's LN wins here.
I do think so too. Also with Tracy not getting the fast grapple, these are precious seconds that are bleeding away. At least gets that downward angle. Tracy not going for the red mail would mean 2 additional door transitions.
Who needs red mail anyway? Nobody, that's right.
Nobody needs red mail. Also, MST has silvers and Tracy doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's another.
Maybe the big one.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. So yeah, that death on Ridley for Tracy, that could come back to bite them.
Yeah.
Dang.
I still don't think it will be the only thing, but it would have made this probably very close if that didn't happen.
Definitely. Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. It would have been very close, but yeah, it just depends on how it goes.
I mean, there is still the option of one team deciding, well, this might be bad for us. Maybe if the big key is in tile room and I scout that first, we gain a few seconds over our opponents, since they will be going to GT at a similar time and not doing the check first. There are still options.
Ooh, Ace messed up Spooky, so he's gonna throw the Samari block in the bottom, and he's gonna do the AD setup. But yeah, did appear to whiff that. What the heck, Ace? I thought you were a Link to the Past gamer, and everybody knows Link to the Past gamers know all the tricks. I expect you to have practiced this and be prepared to show me before the next weekly. Fungineer. Alright, Ace takes down Vitreous with those silver arrows that he's got. I tried MST about to mimic him in fashion. And then it's going to be Pod for Ace. But it's going to be TR for MST. So we will see how this times out. Because this is going to be really close between MST and Leno up until the time when then they kill Ganon.
There will be a bit of difference with that 1 minute. Leno still has to do it in Hera.
Yeah, to be honest, no, I like this from MST. Leno gives him the full scout of GT, while MST does LM. I like this. Definitely like this routing.
If they are of the opinion that MST is the second runner here, then that's definitely a better decision to do so.
Yeah, to all the people saying, oh, they need to find Charge Beam, it's very, very likely that Charge Beam's in GT. Where else can Charge Beam even be?
Well, we have TR to check.
Oh yeah, that too. So I guess the only places that they're probably not going to get it is like Mimic Cave, but they're going to check them anyway.
There are a few things. I think Waterway would be one. If Speed Boosters just in GT, they are not going to get Charge Beam.
Yeah, Waterway and Climb Supers. Those two. And I think we've seen... And Shack Plasma. That's... Oh yeah, and GT Big Chest. Of course. So,
well, GT Big Chest, if one of the runners is sufficiently ahead, we could very likely see a check of that.
Yeah, also depending on GT Big Key placement.
Yeah.
So it's possible. It's possible. But it's very, very likely that GT's has charge because it's got like 22 items to everything else is like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking like Leno's probably going to be the first one done, then Ace, then probably MST, and then Tracy. That's my guess for finish order. And since this tournament is based off of finish time, a second place finisher for each team rather than average time or anything else, then it's probably going to go to FhailGuys. And as a reminder, the winner of this match is going to face Team Corndog in the next round of the losers bracket. Team Corndog being composed of Apathy Duck 07 and a Real Cutie. And the loser of this bracket, since it is the losers bracket, will be eliminated from the tournament.
Yeah, so regardless of who wins, the next opponents won't get easier.
Yeah, for sure. This is a tough tournament at this point. Like, all the this is at the point where like it's all like the really good teams. Like, I think AceT, like aside from FhailGuys not being able to do any qualifiers because of scheduling things, they got seeded 28th, but they're here, and they definitely deserve a higher seed than 28th. But I think AceT is the lowest seed left, and they're 10th seed out of 28. So, yeah. This is definitely at the stage of the tournament where there are only the very good teams left.
Tracy not having servers makes good use of the cape to spam the tempered sword slashes and does kill the big eye before it even fully gets into the second phase, which you can do. When it pops out to shoot lightning, you can damage it, and if you damage it enough to kill the big eye, boss is done. Even if you did not kill all of the small eyes. Interestingly enough, though, Tracy appears to be the first one of AceT to be into TR. So this is not working out that well for them.
I think Ace is going to take over
Yeah,
Tracy.
with this dead rocks, apparently.
Oh, well, yeah, the dead rocks are just being jerks. I was going to say because Ace is the one with a 127 NMG, but no, the dead rock RNG just said no to that dream, so...
Interesting that both missed the first hook shot over that bridge. Maybe that's a team strategy thing, I don't know.
I don't know.
So, regardless of what have happened on this Deadrock RNG, I would have expected Ace to be the first one into GT because of Tracy having to do Hera still, which, although it's very fast, it takes
She'll
up
do
a
Hera
minute.
before GT. You just mirror outside GT and do it then.
Yeah, it's not very long to do, and you definitely do it before GT, but it does take a minute, so Ace would have overtaken Tracy at that point. Regardless of what happened, but yeah. It's not as much of a difference as I imagined it would be.
Yeah, this is Oh, and Tracy's gonna tug paw. Okay, never mind. Game over. Everybody go home. AceT has won. Congratulations. They're gonna be going into face Team Corndog next round. Sorry to fail, guys. No, I'm kidding.
With his scouting laser bridge for the charge beam, gets a bit of trouble with the last chest and decides, it's not worth it.
Yeah, better to not die and go kill Trinex than to try to find Charge Beam. I don't know what their ammo count situation thing.
Metro's MST is fine. I believe they got to 55 with one more pack to grab, easily on the way. And even if that one pack didn't exist, it still should be on 55 and a lot of missiles, so while it may not be the most comfortable, at least Metro MST would be set, and Lanoop is similarly equipped.
Also, Trinex not being nice to Leno.
That AceT sometimes can be really have insane dodging skills.
Also, yeah, doesn't look like Ace is going to be able to give Tracy the full GT scout. It's looking more and more like he'll just give her like one side. So they definitely prefer a big key like somewhere in like DM room or something.
Yeah, so that insane tile room gamble actually would be not that great for them.
Yeah, it actually would. Because like that could be the thing that puts them back in the race if they take the gamble and it pays off. But of course, it's the 5% shot that it works out anyway. So.
Is Tracy going to grab this?
Oh, wait, what?
Is Tracy going to grab this?
I'm confused. What's being grabbed? Please don't let it be Springball.
That is a very, very jumpy ball that Ace just picked up.
Heck. Well, she could just be stealing the key. Let's hope she's just stealing the key. And
I
am
not sure if she wants. Okay.
Yes. If a spring ball jumps in the woods and nobody is there to see it, does it even count?
I saw it. Ace saw it.
Tracy heard it, probably. She didn't get it, though. So I'm happy.
And that is Ice.
Oh boy, Ice.
Beam.
That's actually a big fine for AceT. Holy crap! So like that's like a good 30 seconds in Turian they make up for like spending 10-15 to get it.
Which probably still might not be enough, considering that Tracy still has to go and kill Fantoon, but...
yeah, I mean, if speed's the last check in Laser Bridge, then that'd be... Well, number one, that'd be a meme. And it'd be like... But I don't know. Oh, okay, well, that's actually quite good for AceT. I have to say, that's actually quite good, because now they won't spend time splitting up GT. And, like...
Yep.
MSC having the full GT scout.
The one big concern that there would be is for Tracy having enough ammo. I'm not sure about Tracy's ammo situation.
Yeah, I would have gotten that Ice. Like, it gives you the Zeb skip, it saves you so much ammo.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm not sure why Tracy did decide to skip Ice.
Yeah, I guess they're just betting on Charge being somewhere.
Which is reasonable to do, since they pretty much full cleared everything. I'm not sure though, and Tracy is not even going to... Okay, it's not on Laser Bridge, it does not matter.
Not Laser Bridge. There's
There's
speed.
Speed Booster. So that actually could be something that AceT does not pick up if they just decide to go. Which they probably shouldn't if they do not have charge. Their ammo destination is not great. Yeah.
Three simultaneous Triax fights. When do you ever see this?
Not often.
Misty gets the kill first. Ace with the nice double spin. Tracy having a bit of difficulty with it, but she gets it down. Nice.
The big question here though is, and yep, I actually like this for Lenovo saying, okay, enough scouted in GT, Metroid MST is common, not much more time to spend. And saying, oh, if they have enough ammunition to say we can finish, I don't think it would be that helpful to try and check for, in Lenovo's position, to check for charge at Ice Armors.
Yeah, and plus MST has the silver's advantage on Leno. Yeah, this is sad for AceT because they're so, like, they appear so close, and the Ganon kills are going to be quite tight. But yeah, Tracy just has to do Hera, and she also has to do Fantoon. That's like a good 4 minutes combined or something. So.
Okay, Tracy here doing something which I
she's waiting
earlier
for despawn.
saw. You do not have to do that. You can pick up that drop. It's not a problem. You only are not allowed to pick it up while it is in the air or bouncing. If it's lying on the ground, pick it up. You do not need to wait for it to despawn.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the altitude variable that messes with stuff.
I saw this earlier on one of FhailGuys races. I'm not sure who was it, but yeah, it's definitely do not have to wait for it to despawn. It does lose you seconds. I tried MST, went to grab speed booster, checking key count, there's a 1, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, the speed's probably just gonna... He didn't get speed, I wasn't...
He did grab speed.
Okay, he did, yeah.
Had the info, had not much time to spend on it, this is pretty accessible, so probably will still save time just alone that with you being able to spark the climb in the escape sequence. Should be enough time to I'm missing the word here, but to make it worth grabbing speed booster here.
Yeah, very much looking like MST and Leno are just straight up ahead. Hera and Fantoon and everything else be damned, they're just ahead.
Oh, it looks like Ace is committing to search for charge.
Very committed. I think they need it, to be honest.
I imagine so. The big thing if it's down here is that Tracy has to be a bit careful about her key count. It is very easy for you to forget to grab enough small keys here in GT, because you do not always expect to be able to skip checks in chunks.
For sure.
And Tracy apparently is just going.
Woo.
Huh.
Did not see that one coming. Maybe she's just betting on it being in top of GT, which we know it isn't. I'll bet she mirrors if it's here. But it's not.
Problem is, this could just be on the right side. Ace is going to check that, and if Tracy is now mirroring after she went just up half the tower and has to climb it again, it's just more time lost. She could have just spent on getting over to the right side first. And there's only 4 more checks here, or Charge Beam is most likely Speed Booster locked.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. There it is.
There it is. Last possible chance. And
Yeah, I mean, except for
Tracy-
tile room, I guess.
right. Tile room. Tracy is not mirroring. Which, at this point, she was still low enough that it wouldn't have really mattered if she mirrored. She would have not lost as much time as reclimbing GT would cost. Reclimbing the mountain to GT would cost. Still, if Tracy has to go grab ammunition now, or has to go reclimb and grab charge, probably would have liked her checking right side first more. And then could have gone all the way to Ice Armors if it was there. So, do you think she would have had enough keys to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very much a possibility just to bet on it being charged, but you're already late in the race. You just want to pray that there's enough ammo, or to answer the question in chat, Tracy already knows the location of silvers. She knows she's not getting them because, I mean, she's on a team with Ace. This is how the co-op works.
I mean, she might decide to get them, but I don't think it would save her time.
I highly doubt she'll get them.
Yeah. It's just too deep into the wreck ship.
It's like bowling missile. Literally worse than gravity. I think that's like the worst one outside of wreck ship reserve.
One cannon down for FhailGuys, second one falling pretty soon.
Half a G.
Nice double setup. Oop, missed that one. And that's the second one, second cannon down for FhailGuys.
G. Yeah, very much looking like this race is going to go to FhailGuys here.
Yeah. Ammo count on Lenovo's side looks okay.
Leno's fine. Leno's like, he's got loads of room to spare. MST is going to be tighter, but he's still got a fair bit of room.
Is that a 60 supers or is it just a 50 on the Lenovo's?
Leno's got 50 supers, 105 missiles, so he's got like loads of ammo. MST I think has 80-55, but that's still very much plenty.
It's a bit hard to see here on my screen. Exact counts.
So yeah, Leno and MST, only 3 Metroid rooms apart. It's gonna be a close finish between them. Not like a super close race, but... well, race. Not a super close finish, but it's pretty close, yeah. Leno gonna go for the I want to die method of baby skip, turning off both suits. Leno, please. Okay, Leno, I would like you to not die.
I mean, just pop the restores and do a crystal flash. It's not like you need the ammo, right?
Guess so, yeah. And now we'll turn on just gravity, so you can, I guess, I don't know. I'd probably turn on Varia here as well. If I wouldn't turn off both suits. Just go for baby skip forehead. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, I think it's better to turn on Varia. Since setup saves like half a second, since no charge.
Ace being done with cannon, thanks to the silvers.
MST making good progress on his baby skip. Nice. Solid baby skip. Leno, what are you doing?
Going to refill. I'm not
Why?
Sure. Don't think 19 missiles are enough to break the glass.
Oh, he didn't do speed zap skip, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot they don't have ice and can't do and aren't gonna do zap skip. Good grief.
Oh, I'm not sure about this. Has Metroid MST charge? Or if they're just breaking the glass, okay.
No, he's gonna go refill as well.
Yeah.
Just do speed zap skip forehead. Just do another SM trick that's very advanced.
And Tracy is reclimbing the mountain.
Tracy. Oh, is she going for ice? Oh no.
No, she's going for charge, most likely.
Oh. Maybe both. Nah, she
No.
charged. This makes sense.
If she wanted ice, she would have grabbed it when she was in TR.
True.
Going for ice now would not make any sense anymore. You do not need it. But, like I said, if she was going for charge, when she was in the refill room, she could have mirrored, and it would probably be just as fast, if not faster, than reclimbing the mountain, because even if it may not seem like that, reclimbing the mountain to get to GT does cost over a minute time. And Tracy was not that far up the climb. And she could have just mirrored to get the charge.
Yeah. It's probably definitely faster to get it then, but yeah, who knows? It's not my randomizer.
AceZero being here with charge has no need to refill any missiles.
Yeah, Leno and MST gonna make their way through escape. MST gonna be on Mother Brain 3 here. Mother Brain 3 you can just lose a lot of time on and not really think about it. But, yeah.
That was close, Ace.
Heck
Damage
yeah.
down to 44 and then ran into an onion ring.
Long S. Did not die though.
Yeah, still had reserves, so it wouldn't have mattered that much, but still. Kinda starts sweating when you see that number going there. Closer and closer to the 0. That is Lenov is done with the seed, finishing for his first runner with an official time of 2 hours, 39 minutes and 20 seconds.
Indeed. Yeah, MST is not quite done yet, but once he is, it'll be GG for FhailGuys, and they will be moving on to face Team Corndog, and AceT will be eliminated from the tournament.
Metroid 20 touches down on the shield, finishing the seats as second runner with an official time of 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 33 seconds. Therefore, Team FhailGuys winning this race.
Indeed, and we'll see if we can get them in for an interview. Speaking of, we are joined in the commentary booth by the winners of today's race, Lenifus and Metroid MST. GG to you guys.
Tell me, how many lights do you see?
No. I'm not falling into this trap. I forgot about it after 2 hours and 40 minutes of SMZ3.
What lights? That's
No.
so many. So, speaking of lights though, MM2, this was easily a sub 2 seed if we got Spring Ball early on, because we were just going to Super Meridia, and then it just didn't show up. So your lack of Spring Ball caused us to have a much longer race.
Well,
Fun fact about
It's all
that,
your fault.
well, you're welcome, because you...
Wasn't a Rinka seed. Stupid Ped. I was trying to skip that.
Then you just didn't.
Well, you know, I wanted to make it close for the viewers. You know, drama. They're more engaged that way.
I guess you're right, yeah. And I mean, what if it was in Aqueduct? You would have just had to go in G mode.
You know, in that case, it would have just thought
What?
really long and hard about my life choices.
Fun.
I mean, we do know where Springwall was, since AceZero did pick it up in the TR big key chest. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm angry.
no way to get that.
Leno.
I made a conscious decision to skip that particular chest because I didn't care. It couldn't have been that important.
You're right. It wasn't. It was
You know-
not important at all.
Prevented the
I'm
free
glad you
down
did.
back from showing up this race.
Well, they got Ice Beam out of Mimic Cave, but Ace didn't do the down back.
Oh, that's because Ace doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly.
Hey, you say that down
Oh,
back
speaking
three.
of-
I've missed
Hi.
it. 1 out of
You didn't
1.
hear that, Ace.
I heard it, even if you didn't.
I tried it once and I missed it, so I'm 0 for 1 on the free down back.
Ugh. You need to get more free then.
I
Hopefully
just skipped
that's not a
Ice Beam.
Star Trek quote.
And my
That
Turians
is
are
not a
still
Star
7
Trek
plus minutes. It doesn't matter whether you get Ice Beam or not. My Turians are 7 minutes, so.
Well, my Turian gold from killing Ganon to killing Mother Brain is still a 720, and that's probably not going to change. So,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
So, what sunk you?
Charge Beam, mostly Charge Beam, but also,
Ammo is a big thing.
yeah, because I did not have the ammo. I was, if you see, I'm at 65-30. There were so many supers. There were little mistakes. I died to Ridley because I did. Well, I mean, even though I didn't farm, I had plenty of ammo. I just rushed the fight, and then just little things. So I probably had about 5 minutes of oopsies, but that's not enough to catch it up. I think the fact that I had to have Ace find Charge Beam for me because I just didn't have the ammo. I skipped
the
Ice
timing
Beam.
of when we found it
Did
was
either
bad
of
too.
you? Did
Sorry,
either
Red?
of you two fall for the Aga trap?
Nope,
Nope.
not at
We
all.
thought about it. We both tried to get the what turned out to be super missiles at the pantry item.
Oh, man,
I'm
that would've been
awful.
nice to
Fail.
have.
Pantry,
Oh, that's-
pantry with grapple is like something I couldn't do, and I even told Tracy I was like, I'd rather find a bug net and do Aga and then like bunny revive
Yeah,
in the
no,
dark world
yeah,
to
that's
be able to
exactly what I
detect.
said. Oh, also
to avoid
shout outs
pantry, but I
to
can't do that with grapple.
2 powerbomb drops in powerbomb Turian in a situation where I didn't need it. You just saw the second one.
Did you guys do Aga for some reason?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. After we got the boots out of, I don't remember where it was. I'm like, oh crap, that's Aga access because we just need to get the
power
cube out of
bombs.
the library.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was mitts and boots after Croc.
Crocomire. Yep. So I decided, you know what? And MST's like, no, you know what? Do desert first. You're like, oh yeah, just see what the other item is, and it turns out an item miscount got us our hook shot. So we managed to completely
How do you
dodge
miscount?
Aga.
I went to desert.
I went to desert and I'm like, wow, small key.
Your Ridley would have been easier with another couple super packs.
Somehow, but there might be some tech problems.
Oh no, we're back. We're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But your
I
Ridley,
was
even with
really
another
sad.
super pack, it would have been better. And
Yeah,
your
so,
Grok
I
would have
mean-
been easier with another super pack or two.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, if I had just not missed 2 supers, I would have been fine.
yeah.
If
But
I had
having
found,
extra would have made it cushier to be able to miss
Yeah,
them.
that's
like,
true. That's true.
Both ways would have worked out.
But yeah, so I finally got to do the thing that I've been wanting to do. I got to kill Vitreous, where you kill the big eyeball before all the little ones.
Yeah, based
So
on
I
the
got
tracker, it looks
something
like Ace is the one who went to wreck ship.
Yes.
Yes.
I was very sad. And actually that's a shame too, because the silvers would have meant more to me than they did to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
But,
So when did you find out that gravity was on Ped?
After I beat Mothula, we had basically the 3 pendant dungeons and
and a handful
we
of
had
Dark
one
World,
item
yeah.
in Swamp and a couple North Dark World checks, and then that was it. The Suitless Meridia stuff we hadn't touched that was available, and I was like, I'm just gonna do
Yeah, it
all
was
of
bad,
Full
Suitless
Woods,
Meridia.
then mirror and check the pedestal. I was like, well, I guess we're going back of Thieves and Ice.
Yeah, we were desperately trying to find Spring Ball because
Yeah,
I was like, we could just skip this. Except
know-
of course,
did
there
you
was
guys
in the
know
worst
where-
spot.
Did you,
Nope,
do you know
never
where she-
found
find it.
Hold
it
on.
was at
Nope.
Lava Chest. I was really
Yeah.
sad I wasn't going to get to pick it up and make
Hard.
MM2 mad.
Locked behind
Hey,
Meridia, which means
Ace picked it
17
up.
Trav was hard required.
Ace
Yep.
picked it up, and that made me
Mhm.
mad enough. So
Well, how was he not going to pick it up? Like, we were still looking for Charge Beam. So did
I
you guys
guess-
just both have the ammo?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
actually
yeah, we
I felt pretty comfortable the later charge got because we share the ammo info, especially supers. And
Well,
I know
we do
that-
too. It's
We did
just
too.
that
They were just all out of the way.
there were, like, there was
purple
one
chest, that's a
purple
long
chest, and there
good
was
ammo.
one in Pyramid Fairy, and there was one.
Yeah, I didn't get those. Those were too far out of the way.
Like, they were all
Yeah.
in such bad
Yeah,
places.
and I hit all of them, and it was like, well, which ones of these terrible out of the way supers are you going to get, Tracy?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think if we had managed to split that up a little bit better, we might have been better off. But
Yeah.
Maybe our routing just kind of, I guess.
oh yeah, the
Was it more
pantry
evenly
pantry
between us?
supers. Yeah, so that's 3 right there that we didn't that I didn't get. That it was just way too far out of the way to get them.
Oh yeah. Tony's brings us point. We went back into
And there were some in
Meridian.
Meridia as well. Yeah, there were a few in
Yeah.
Meridia as well.
Yeah, we went back in to get more supers.
So yeah, I mean, if I could gotten into Meridia first, maybe it would have been fine. I don't know.
I think it didn't
you
help us
reset
either
some of
that
those.
that in that Dark World check, I got a bunch of stuff in a row. I got the Quake, I got the Various Suit, I got supers, and I got Fire Rod. I got all that stuff, and it was like, well, Tracy, you're gonna have to cross back over and do all these things I just got. So that kind of pushed me to well, I guess since I'm ahead, I'll do more out of the way checks, which was
Yeah.
where the
Right.
ammo was. So
Yep.
we didn't really get to
That didn't
split up
help
at that
matters.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Tracy
then
was just
I mean,
falling
at
behind.
least Gold Sword was free with Ether right there.
Yeah.
So it made it for a slightly better Ganon fight, but my I need to work on my Silverless. It was ugly.
Well, that was an interesting seed.
you're welcome.
Eh.
I
I don't believe
But-
in that seed roller crap, so I'm not gonna blame you for that.
Yeah, I know. I
don't
was.
blame it for Spring Ball though.
I'll take the blame because
No,
Not
I don't.
getting free.
No, seriously, I think that stuff's overrated. I don't believe in it. It actually bothers me when people go, "Hey, look, I rolled the seed, therefore I'm no." Just no.
Yeah.
I don't like that stuff. Just stop. You're not as bad as some people. Like we're watching a certain other channel in a Cross Keys tournament where the people there are just they have to go out of their way to point it out. And it's just stop. Every Cross Key seed is bad. Don't find me a non-trolly Cross Key seed, and then you can start claiming seed rolling.
yeah, I mean, having a not bad cross key seed just depends on how you play it. But that's cross keys. So,
Yeah.
that's not SMZ3.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
the pendant dungeons were super quick anyway, so it wasn't, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Swamp Thieves.
Yeah,
Ice, so-
these were all
Yeah.
easy. Except I still
Ice.
can't icebreaker for anything. Good lord.
Yeah, MSC.
Couldn't
This
even
is why-
hear a pot today.
MSC. You should just go and play on keyboard. It actually makes Icebreaker free. I'm not even joking.
You know what else makes it free? The down back. I need to
Yeah,
practice it by doing the down back.
you realize MST plays on keyboard for SM and Link to the Past. He plays
Oh, he
on
knows.
controller.
He knows.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying go play on keyboard
Which
and
is
Link to the
like-
Past.
Like I don't think anyone should ever play anything on keyboard, but at least that's backwards, you know.
It's literally backwards. Like Link to the Past is the more keyboard-oriented game.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely not.
Fun
Ah,
fact: I know one more person that does that. So apparently, it is somewhat is a thing out there.
Some people are just stupid.
Whatever works, man. Whatever you like to do, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
But I was curious to ask. So you guys both got your speed booster. Was one of you just ahead in GT, or did you skip?
Leno
over?
was
Ah,
slightly
decision.
ahead, and I wanted him to get more ammo. His ammo was worse than
Okay.
mine. I wanted him to go. Since he was ahead, I told him continue on ahead. And he found speed. I'm like, at that location, it's going to save me time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
we picked it up in case speed gated charge, and then we're like, I ended up doing the climb, and while I'm in the climb, Ace finds the charge beam in compass room. So like at that point, I have to just go back and get it after again, and there's no way I was past
yeah.
Mimic. So like if it had been before Mimics, maybe I'd just go get it, but it was after Mimic, so definitely had to keep going.
I actually disagree with that. I think you were not far enough up there that climbing back up the mountain would be faster.
Hard to make those calls when we were racing. We like kind of stopped
Yeah.
for a second, like mirror out, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know, the mountain climb's not that bad. Like it's up to
Yeah.
you, like what your
Well,
resources
and
are
then
like.
and then the other big mistake in that was I should have grabbed the mini Helma key.
Yeah,
So when I
that
flipped
would've-
back
that
for
would've-
charge beam, I had to go get a key from the Stelphos room.
And of course, I didn't remember which one it was. I was like, I don't know. There's at least one in
And
there.
then it was so I went to the wrong
Wasn't-
side and got an extra power bomb pack or something, which I didn't need because not only did I have plenty, I got 2 power bomb drops on the Metroids. Like I'm just in there. I mean, because you're just joking about it because you know. In SM alone, it's not uncommon to only have 2 power bomb packs when you go into Turian and no ice beam, and so you're just praying to get those power bomb drops, and I got them. Not that I needed them.
Yeah, power on packs are definitely useful.
Not at that point. They
Yeah,
aren't.
no, they're not.
I think I got 20
definitely.
rupees is the other chest that I opened up there.
But no, that was. It was interesting. It was not my favorite seed I've ever played. But
All
'cause
my
for the
SM
most
tabs are
part,
really low. That's kind of funny.
for the most part, I followed Leno a lot actually.
Yeah, I followed Ace a lot. Because
Yes.
like I did pod. Like the thing I did was pod. Well, there's nothing there. I did Bryn Loop, and there was like one. That's what was in Bryn Loop. There was one item that was useful in Bryn Loop.
High jump.
High jump was a big
High
thing.
jump. Yeah. And there were no supers.
That's a
I
good
didn't-
detour. But I did Blue Brain with nothing, so like in Wreck Ship, so like I hit a couple things that were nothing.
Yeah.
But I got like ammo at least from mine.
Yeah,
There was, like,
exactly.
a
You
couple
got
missile
ammo in your
packs in
places.
Wreck
I didn't
Ship.
get ammo.
There was a bunch of supers and all the bad Link to the Past checks. It felt
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, this is definitely like one of those linear seeds because you had the chain to the pearl and then like the chain to ped to ether, and it was just
Yeah, and splitting
not
up
fun.
just put someone behind.
Yep.
So
I
did
do
Wreck
wish
Ship,
I'd
I was
done-
just behind after that point.
I do wish I'd done Croc before Bubble Mountain, but I mean, ideally you get a speed booster or a space jump or even bombs to get to Pantry before you do Croc. So
Yeah.
it made sense to do Bubble Mountain first, and then
Yeah.
Ace had just finished Wreck Ship, and I'm like, well, I guess you follow me to Norfair and you do Croc while I finish up Bubble Mountain. I think I got a couple of E-tanks, but like I did the reserve tank and would have left with I would have reset it, but I got an E-tank and that was better. And there was like one good item. Oh, half magic, which Ace didn't even get. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
need, half magic was good for me because, no silvers, but.
I'm just disappointed we didn't get to see those bunny revival shenanigans you were talking about, Ace.
I'm not very good at them, so
I'm not
it
disappointed.
wouldn't have gone smoothly. But I have done it before, like in like a multi-world like race one time to like sequence break something.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah,
you know, MVP
yeah.
mode.
That was one of our races. Yep, I remember
Yeah,
that.
I came out of the Meridia portal and with my fairy and bunny revive to get around to like pod.
If I remember correctly, you actually did. I think a few people did that in that race. And it was a good thing that you were the one with that seed because I wouldn't have been able to do that because I have no idea how that works.
And we did get the bug net, but almost right after the pearl, so it wasn't relevant in their basement.
It would have been funny. But yeah, GG's to all you guys.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
obviously, AceT, having taken your second loss of the tournament, y'all will be eliminated. So yeah, sad to see you go. It was a fun ride, but all good things must come to an end. And
yeah,
then
I mean,
yeah.
I gotta admit, I'm a little happy to not have the stress of it anymore. I don't do a lot of tournaments, so
that's fair.
Leno, MST, you were the ones that said that whoever wins this has to beat
Look,
Team Corn Dog. So.
I like both Duck and Cutie.
Yep.
But can you seriously pick a decent team name? Corn Dog is the worst team name I've seen since like 1704. You guys, if you need help, I know a couple dictionaries. They might help. Corn dogs are disgusting and should never name a team after that.
Apparently, they disagree.
I am offended by their team name. So
I'm certain it was Duck's idea, since he's got the corn dog.
well, in that
emote.
case, Cutie, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm going to stay out of the team name discussion, especially as an organizer. But you guys did say that whoever won this has to beat them, so I'm holding you to it.
You know,
Yeah.
just to make sure that name isn't even further in the bracket, show up more.
We'll have to make sure we roll a very heavy Link to the Past seed so that Cutie can't just run through
Yes,
an
please.
SM.
Just don't give us an SM seed. we're not going to match up very well on that.
Yeah.
Well, good
it's-
luck either way. You're going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
really good to watch.
For
Thank
real,
you for
good
the
luck.
race.
Yeah, definitely. That'll definitely be a good race to watch. I will look forward to that one. Yeah. Any final thoughts, any of you guys?
Not really. Just thanks for commentary. Thanks for tracking. For who was tracking hydropower, and I don't know who else.
Warren
Traveler.
Yeah, Warren Traveler.
More Traveler, yeah.
More Traveler. Okay.
I should know this because I always approve these things, but
I mean, we do have our commands for those so that we can remember them.
Well, then people can just click and follow, so that works out
There
well.
you go.
Yeah,
Even better.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I always say the trackers are the MVPs because, like, you can have a restream without commentary, but you cannot have a restream without tracking.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun to be in the tournament. Going 2-2s, you know, that's a decent run. We won one match and winners, one match and losers. So
Yep.
I'm happy with that. It was a lot of fun, and
Yep.
looking forward to doing more commentary and tracking and stuff like as it gets even more tight as the runs go on.
Also, next time we'll make sure that everybody can make some quals so these guys don't get seated so low.
Yeah,
For sure.
No, I think we deserve the bottom seed. Let's be real.
I disagree, but I don't know. But yeah,
I will say I feel like this side of the losers bracket was a little tougher, but I mean, at this point everybody's tough. So
yeah, like aside from FhailGuys being the 28 seed, you AceT were the 10 seed, and you were the lowest seed left. So I mean, yeah, everybody is tough at this point. I have to say. But yeah, GG's to all you guys. Yeah, it was a really good match. I was hoping we would see some ped skips, but that was not how it turned out to
if
be.
Spring Ball had shown up,
hoping for Spring
yeah,
Ball.
if Spring Ball had
Let's
shown
keep
up,
the
we were
record
skipping
show.
ped.
Just
And M2
go.
just said he hoped for Spring Ball.
But on the other hand,
down.
right sandpit, right side for that ether without gravity really sucks. So I'm just
Well,
as happy that we
just-
found gravity.
Just go and be Aussie. Forehead. But yeah.
If I could
I'll
be
work on
Aussie,
that.
we would definitely still be going.
I mean, I hope not. Like, this is like what, the 3-hour mark? Yeah, I hope not.
Oh, you mean in the tournament?
No,
Yeah,
I mean in the tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean if Aussie can carry Spolsky, he can carry me too. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Aussie can carry whoever.
Aussie can probably carry any of the people in this voice call right now.
Oh, for sure.
Mm,
Yeah.
maybe.
He'll just teach you grapple jump on the fly, Raylan. You'll be fine.
It'll work.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I did ask Tracy if she could teach me the spring ball baby skip in like 15 seconds while I was, getting set up for that baby skip.
And
I was going to try
if
and
I
do
know
it, but I wanted to use the spring ball somewhere since I picked it up.
Ace, I have the perfect place for you to use it on the Turian elevator. You can press right and then down a couple times, then press A. That's a perfect use of it. It'll turn it off.
Oh, I guess I should shout out one other thing here, because on my timer, since I removed the race time timer but didn't actually turn it off on my OBS, we see another version of my escape. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Because I pulled up the restream and that's what it was picking up. So.
I guess so. Yeah. Escape 2.
For me, it's Escape 3, but
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, GG's to all you guys. Yeah, I'll let Raylan. You got any last words for this?
No, I think everyone was said. It was a really, really nice race. Was pretty glad that I finally got to catch one of these again. For some reason, they've all been very late into the night for me. So yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
I think the
Europeans, you gotta show better, I guess.
yeah. The last European team to be eliminated was like the more the merrier, and I think that was like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Heckin'. Yeah, there were very few Europeans in this tournament, I have to say.
I would have liked to participate, but there were unfortunate circumstances that prevented me from doing so. So yeah.
Next time.
Heckin'.
Next time. I mean, there is still SG Live coming up soon, so there will be some tournament action going on there.